Hey, guys, good morning. It's Pastor Bradley, and we're back in the basement on this wonderful Friday morning, 2 weeks before Christmas. And I'm excited, and the kids are excited. The Christmas tree got put up, um, presents are getting wrapped. And it's just a wonderful time of the year where we reflect on family. Christmas is a time of family coming together. It's a time of remembering what Christ was put on the earth for, because he was born for a reason, and he died for a reason. And so we get excited that we celebrate him this time of the year. Whether you believe in Jesus, whether you celebrate Christmas, whether you want to take him out of the shops and replace him with happy holidays and put an X in front of the mass, it doesn't matter. You still get to think about Jesus. And that's the wonderful thing. You know, Christmas was a major thing. The day that Jesus was born was a major thing. You know, that God put a star in the sky. There were supernatural things happening in the heaven. A star just suddenly appeared over the place he was born. The wise magi from the east were waiting for prophecy to be fulfilled, and they followed the star to where Jesus was born. It was a wonderful time of the year. Everybody was excited except Herod. Herod wanted to kill this prophetic destiny. Do you know you have a prophetic destiny? You know, from before the laying down of the foundations of the earth, God knew you, God blessed you, and God ordained you a prophet to the nations. He gave you a destiny before you were even born. He said, in your mother's womb, he knew you before you were even wrought. In your mother's womb, before your parts were even made, he knew you. And he gave you a destiny, a purpose to walk out on the earth. Now, you know what purpose is? Purpose simply means the intention for what a thing is created for. What were you created for? What was the intention you were created for? To walk out God's purposes for his will and for his good pleasure. But you say to me, you know, Pastor Brad, you know, it's easy to say it, but it's not so easy to do. Listen to what the Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verses 4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty in God for the pulling down of strongholds, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ, and being ready to punish all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty through God. The Bible says in, I think it's 1 Samuel, that the battle is the Lord's, not yours. And I know this time of the year, we look back and we get frustrated. Sometimes we realize that half of the things that we planned to do this year didn't happen. We didn't complete most of the things that we planned to do. And because we always set our years as if it's a new thing. We make New Year's resolutions. Churches put new slogans up, as if God stops working the previous year. It's as if God, on the 30th of December, New Year's Eve, says, okay, when 12 o'clock strikes, 2018 is done. 2017 is done. I'm going to do a new thing in 2018. No, God is a continuous God. The very plans that you had in your mind, in your own personal capacity, may stop year to year, but God doesn't. So we can't give up. We can't say, 2017 is over, so I'm going to be frustrated because I didn't accomplish. No. You're going to have 2018 to accomplish it. It's just a new year on our calendar. You see, life is made up of these moments we call time. Time is made up of seconds, minutes, hours. We created days and we've created weeks just to fit our own schedules in. But God works outside of that time, those moments. But in those moments, God gives you an ability to fulfill a purpose. What is your moment? Your moment is not over. My moment is not over. I still have another 5 minutes. I still have another hour. I still have another day, another month. I still have a good couple of years ahead of me to fulfill my prophetic destiny and to fulfill the purposes of God in my life. My life is not over. I may have had setbacks. 2018 may have had major setbacks for you. 2017 may have had major setbacks. You may have thought of giving up, but it's not over. There's going to be a 2018. There's going to be a continuation. Life is all about cycles. When one cycle ends, the other cycle kicks in. I said to you some time back, when winter goes out, spring comes in. One cycle just continues, and each cycle in your life just has a separate and specific and unique purpose. So go out and fulfill your purpose for His will, for God's will, and His good pleasure. He has a good purpose for you. He has created you with an intention to be used by Him for a specific purpose. My family, my Facebook friends, I wish you a very Merry Christmas. And the year is not over. Your life is not over. Nothing is finished until God says it's finished. So I bless you today. I pray that God will provide for you throughout the season. I pray that God would bring to your mind the knowledge of who He is. I pray God takes you out of yourself so that you understand that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty through Him. So I want to encourage you to just lock into God for a moment. Take one day, spend a day just God, and say, God, I am here. I yield myself to you. I want to understand that this year is not over, my life is not over, my situations are not over, but there is a continuation in you. So I want to live out my prophetic destiny. So bless you, bless your family over Christmas. This is the last day that I'm going to be broadcasting out of the basement for this year. We close up our company, and so I'll be on a beach somewhere. I'll be on a golf course somewhere enjoying my break, and so you'll be catching me out there. Bless you, fam, and remember that Jesus cares.